What's up, guys?
Hey,
We're back. Just so we see something different, I am not in black today.
yes, no Wednesday Addams, y'all.
I said I'm going to dress for this pod.
You're dressing for the occasion because
And
it
that
is warm
is
outside.
what I did. Today is a beautiful day.
Beautiful.
Unlike every Tuesday that we usually come here is raining, snowing, crazy weather, freezing, or something. Today is beautiful out. Shout out to the weather gods, because you made a beautiful
For
day.
real. And the groundhog didn't see his shadow or didn't or something.
I don't follow all that nonsense. He
Oh,
said, yeah.
So we got an
All
early
right,
spring.
groundhog.
So shout out to the groundhog. Gracias.
So that is one. Just take note of my attire.
We got to mark that on the calendar.
Yes, mark it on the calendar. I'm not sure what episode we're at.
I think 6.
6? Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you for everyone who's supporting us, who's following us, who subscribe to our YouTube, who watch our videos.
Share them. Share our reels.
Share our reels, like, and comment.
Right.
Appreciate all the love.
Thank you.
So, usually we freestyle.
Right.
We ain't freestyling today.
All right, friend. Well, go ahead. Say it off your chest. Get it off your chest.
For those who follow me on TikTok, know that we keep asking for advice. So one of my followers, his name is Motivational Videos. If you guys follow him, you don't follow him because he posts pretty cool stuff.
Shout out to him.
So he sent me 2 videos in my messages, and he said, "How about talk about this as a topic?"
All right, let's hear it.
So the topic is dating now versus dating back then. So those who are aware, I'm a little older than Tyra. So
on paper,
dating in my generation and maybe dating in hers were a little different. But dating now,
it don't matter what generation you from.
is crazy. So he also sent me this video that's going viral, I think, of a guy interviewing a girl. And he's asking her, when you're dating someone or when you're in a relationship with someone or dating or whatever. No, I think it was dating. It's not even in a relationship. Do you expect the man to pay for your hair, your nails, and your makeup or something like that? And she said, yeah.
Oh, wow.
And he said, but why if you were doing it for yourself before that?
And not even that. Are you dating or are you looking for a daddy?
Well, that's what we're here to discuss.
All right. Well, Well, my niece said, your child, I will never forget. She's hilarious. I'm telling you, she gave birth to her, but we have similar personalities. And she said, and I will never forget this, because when she makes statements, they need to go viral and they need to be trademarked. She said that she feel like the dating pool has piss in it.
Thoughts, people? Thoughts on that? So my thoughts on that video that's going viral right now, and dating today versus dating back then. I mean, I got married really young, so I don't know if I can be included in this, but
you a woman, friend.
But like, when I dated my husband at the time, their father, my kid's father, there was no doubt, like, and he was broke. Let me repeat it one more time. Broke and in debt because he had stuff that he had to pay off when he got into trouble. Okay. So broke. So I didn't date him because he had money.
You were in love.
He never, ever, and we were young. I had my daughter. I was 21. He wasn't even 21 yet. He never expected me to like pay for our dates. And whether he was struggling or hustling, it didn't matter. He made sure our dates were always paid for. So I'm going to give him that. And he was a good gift giver and stuff like that. But he always made sure like he treated me like the man in the relationship. Okay? As masculine as I can be, as much of a hustler that I am, I will give him that. Like, I will give him that. But I see now men want to be
taken care of.
taken care of, like courted and stuff. And I'm not saying all men, and don't come at me, men, but I also see women who expect, like, okay, I have a daughter and a son, so I have to look at this from both perspectives.
And you are able to. That's a good thing.
You know, like, I have to look at it. Do I want my daughter being taken care of in the sense as that man should hold his own? Absolutely, okay. Because
of course, agreed.
My daughter holds her own.
Yeah, she takes after you with the work ethic. Own,
but she should have a man who's taking her out, who's buying her gifts, who just because. And yes, she should do that, vice versa.
Right.
But she should also, like, the man should be doing that if they're in a committed relationship.
And God forbid, I think, if there was an issue where she fell short in any circumstance, even if it's not
he should be able to be
her up.
To be her backbone.
Yeah.
And as she should be able to be his, you know, at some point. But I think what's happening today is the women are becoming more masculine and the men are becoming more feminine.
Explain. What do you mean?
It's like men want to be chased.
Y'all got time?
Men want to be chased. Men want to be and this ain't men that I deal with because
no, I'm not gonna have that
with that whole me chasing you.
Right.
You'll die holding your breath before that happens. But on that note.
No, but what do you mean? Like, I get what you're saying. They want to be chased.
Like,
and
men want to be chased. Like, men want to be pursued. Like, what happened to men pursuing women?
It's girl. Look, y'all got time.
But I think that's where, like, the whole respect level for a woman to a man diminishes, because if you're now putting a woman in the position
that
of
she has to be masculine and she has to be
and she's pursuing you like have zero masculinity at this point.
But also too, let me ask you this, friend, because you and I both are very strong personalities. You know what I mean? And one thing about us, we are natural, generous people, like naturally with no motives and everything like that. Do you feel like, is it hard for you to be able to be in a position where someone will say, and I'm not talking about a financial aspect, but take the lead per se?
Yes,
agreed.
It is hard for me.
Yeah, because you're so used to being in control.
But I've also, for like a long, many years, I was all I had.
Same.
So I had like being married was different, and he took the lead. Like he took the lead when he needed to take the lead. At the end of the day, as masculine as I was, I knew like I wasn't overstepping him.
I understand.
In certain situations.
You knew your place.
Like I knew my place per se, but I always got what I wanted to because I knew exactly how to get it. Mm-hmm. But after that relationship ended, it was all on me. It didn't matter if I was dating someone else. Mm-hmm. Like my house was on me. My business was on me. My kids was on me. Like I had no other choice to be the man.
I understand.
To be the man and the woman. Uh-huh. And I think I probably failed at more being the woman because
you had to be
I had to be the man. And like that whole, but as masculine as I was or had to do, and not even masculine, but as like, as much as I had to do and
be a leader,
and
you had to lead,
hustle and everything else, I will tell you once again, if you think I'm gonna pursue a man,
Jesus,
that is never going to happen.
Jesus,
because at that point, I already feel masculine. Now you're going to make me feel even more masculine. Till this day, I will never, ever, ever pursue or chase a man.
Right.
Never.
And you know what it is too?
But I think a lot of these women take themselves off.
We put ourselves on the clearance rack.
Yeah, and it's like, ladies, you still need to be pursued. A man's job is still to pursue you.
Right.
Is still to like court you. Is still to like date you.
Right, and take you out and stuff like that.
Out, but it's the thing is like, I don't know whose fault it is. I don't know how it got to this point. I don't know how we got to this point in dating where it became that way, where the dynamic switched.
But it's definitely that way for the most part.
But it's definitely that way.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at it as an old school person because I am about to be 50,
with friend, y'all.
and dating back then and dating now, are really
different. And that was the thing I was going to bring up, because of the fact that I believe, and like I said, I could only speak.
Guys.
First of all, ask her where's mine. And ask her why she didn't get me a shirt like that, because I like gray. She know my favorite color is gray. Where's my shirt? But we're going to get back on topic.
It's a bodysuit.
Well, size small. Thank you. Anywho, but I was saying, what I was getting to is, you, like you said, in a lot of situations, I could speak for myself. I had to be the front runner. I had to be the one to handle. And also, not only that, I had to witness the generations before me be the man. Well, not say the man per se, but be the one, the provider, be the leader, be this, be that. And I feel like I took a lot of that on, because it was like a learned behavior, one. And two, because of the insecurities that I had and the self-esteem issues that I had. And my thing is, I'm all about balance. Like, I don't mind treating you, taking you out, getting you things and stuff like that. I like flowers too. I like candles. I like shoes. I like stuff too. But as you said, it's like now.
But like Steve Harvey said.
What'd you say? What'd he say?
You have to require it.
You're right, friend. And it's a process.
Act like a lady, think like a man. Steve Harvey, however you guys feel about him. But the one thing he said.
I never saw the movie personally.
Women don't get what they want because they don't require it.
Anyway, you see how she really interrupts me? And look, this was my moment.
Because you can like all those things, but if you don't require it. Like,
but okay, how do you require it, friend?
You know what? I'm going to say this.
Look, I'm about to fold my legs up.
One thing that has never lacked in any relationship that
y'all got a pen and pad, because I'm taking notes.
Has been gifts.
Gifts.
I always get gifts.
Gifts.
And I don't know if it's because subconsciously I require it, subconsciously. I don't know what it is, but I have always been blessed to receive gifts. And I will say that, and with zero like I just know that like I will always get gifts.
But also too, friend, you give good gifts too.
I do, but even if I
she's a good gift giver,
but
y'all.
like even if I didn't, like I do always get gifts. Like I'm blessed in that sense.
Amen.
But as for my dad was a very man's man. Like my mom more had like the subservient role in our household, but my dad did pass away when I was 15. So my mom was like the only person supporting us. Mm-hmm. Financially, my father took care of us, alive and dead. But my mom always had that subservient role. Mm-hmm. And so I can't say like I saw my mom struggle or hustle. I didn't. I did. I became that for my kids to see. But at the same time, as much as my kids saw that, my son is very masculine. My son knows how to treat women.
Yes, he does.
My son does know how to, the ladies in his life, like me, my mom, my daughter, he treats us very well.
Look, he treats his auntie well. Don't be forgetting about first. Don't be forgetting about me.
Very well.
Yes,
he's a great gift giver.
Yes, he is.
He's very thoughtful. He's a man's man.
Right.
And as much as I was a hustler in the house, he did get that from his daddy. We'll give him that one.
Yeah, and it was
and he did see that because his dad did
that's
treat
what I was just
us
about
well.
to say.
His dad like gifts wise, he treated me, my daughter, my mom. He treated us.
It was
well.
a learned behavior, and he just took that, and that's awesome.
But it's like so when I hear like, oh well, too many guys are being raised by single moms. Like I can't.
You can't get with that.
I can't get with that.
No,
I can't get with that.
That's an excuse. Just like. People say, this girl got pregnant young because she had a single mom. That has nothing to do with anything.
Yeah.
What one has to do with the other?
Yeah, nothing.
You know what I mean? Like, if that was the case, I would have been hitting every stereotype.
Like I said, like when he showed me that video of this girl expecting this from the guy,
that's too much to me.
It's too much because like I said, I have a daughter, and would it be nice for her, the guy that she's dating or with,
to treat her nicely,
and buy her, get her nails done once in a while? Great. But at the same time, I have a son. And why does my son have to require, like, why does that my son have to provide that for you just because you're a female?
Right. No.
When
That's
you
what I
was-
said. Are
when
you
you was
dating or
doing
are you looking
that-
for a daddy?
When you was doing that before you even started dating my son.
Right.
So, like, why did that change?
And that, to me, I feel like that also brings a big amount of pressure, because it's like, okay, if I'm not able to provide or do this for you, you're going to go to the next bidder,
Right.
like the highest bidder.
Right,
Like,
like,
get
did
out
my
here.
value diminish as a man?
Exactly.
But yeah, and which is, I think, where this dynamic changed, because now most women do make their own money,
Right.
are probably making sometimes the same amount of money
Or
as
more.
their man or more. So is that what changed the dynamic?
Yeah.
Because now
it could be a few things.
Now they don't need the man financially.
And also, too, I just think that in certain situations, because everyone is different, just like every male is different, every female is different. And go back to Miss Steve Harvey over here, Miss Loretta, that's her nickname. Anyway.
Shout out to Ray.
Anyway, I just feel like certain things, like you said, require. Some women don't require that. Some women just want a partner and want company or want someone. Not saying that's the good thing or the right thing to do, but like you said, if you don't ask for much, you're not going to receive much.
I think it's just there should be a balance. Like, at the end of the day,
I agree with that.
At the end of the day, I think everyone, you know what, I can speak for myself. You want a partner. You
Right.
want a partner. You want a partner in life. You want a partner to know, like, you know, if I'm not feeling it today, you got it. You got it.
You
if
picking
you're
me
not
up.
feeling it tomorrow, I got you.
Right,
Like,
balance.
Like, balance. Like, I'm gonna do my own thing. You do your own thing.
But when we come together,
we,
I'm a movement by myself.
you know, like, we're gonna be
but
a
I'm a
team,
force
and
when we're
being a team is
together,
real
baby.
important to me. I think that outweighs.
I love how she talks over me.
Outweighs like money or how much you're bringing to the table,
Right.
And this and that.
I think that's a big factor now.
But I also think, like, you should want to give to your partner, like,
because of appreciation.
like, you should want to just come home and be like, oh, here, I bought this for you. And it could be
Yes.
something so simple.
It don't have to be $1 million thing. Whether it's like, you know, with us, we like the most simple things, and it may be nothing to someone, but
Like,
just your
I love
favorite
chocolate.
candy, right? Give her a pack of M&Ms,
I love M&M's, peanuts.
Reese's.
So when you come home with that bag of M&M peanuts,
Ooh, don't let it be the family size. You would have thought she got a Birkin.
What?
But it's true. Like with me, like I like my chocolate. I love flowers. You know what I mean? So it may not be an expensive thing, but it's just a token of a thought. Like, you thought about me.
Yeah, so, you know, I think that's what it is. It's like you were outside.
It was a thoughtful gesture.
In the moment of working and bills and hustling and doing all of this.
And being in your own mind.
But you saw something
And it
enough
reminded.
to know that, oh, wow, they would really like that. And
Let me
you're
pick
going to
it
bring
up.
that home. To me, that's worth more money than if you gave
Treated
me
you
your
bad.
credit. If you gave me your
Yeah.
credit card and be like, here, go buy whatever you want. To me,
There's
like,
no thought, no effort.
will I go buy something?
Right, and I'm coming too.
I'm going to be at
coming
Neiman
too.
Marcus, buy myself a new bag.
And I'm coming too to beg for it.
But there's no thought in that.
Right.
Like, when I used to hear my I guess they were my sister-in-law. They were my sister-in-laws at the time. Their husbands used to just give them money for Christmas or whatever. I used to be like, I get money all the time.
Look, go to the store and stand in line
you
for
know,
me.
like, I get money all the time. I get his check. Like, I got his check. Like,
Look, I get his check.
like, why are you giving me money? Because there's zero thought put into that.
Time either.
Go buy me something that you think that I'm going to like. I'm going to appreciate that tenfold versus you just giving me money or
Right.
here's your card or go whatever. Like to me, like I said, like, you buy me something that I love or that, you know, like, oh, she really likes this, I'm gonna get this. Like Joe, a lot of times, shout out to Joe, our behind the scenes. On a Friday, he'll come and bring me one of these.
It's the thought.
Do you
He
know how
thought.
happy that makes me? this makes me so happy. An iced coffee, something. You know why? Because it's you went to that store and you thought of me. And to me, that speaks volumes versus you here, go buy yourself something. Like, no, you go buy me something.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. Is I feel like it's more heartfelt because it's a thought. It's not about the price. It's about the thought. Like that time when, when I came home and I was a hot mess that day when I got a report about Justin, homegirl pulls up in a delivery van.
Blue lightning.
Look, I'm outside.
Baby blue.
But you know what? She bought me a beautiful dozen of purple roses because purple is my favorite color. Not to wear, but favorite color. And 2 chocolate frosted donuts. You would have thought somebody gave me 10 bands cash because you know what? Period. I love it. I needed it. I loved it. I needed it. And it was like, okay, she thought enough not to take 1 trip, but 2 trips for Bay.
2.
Boom. Pow.
And see, men, it's not that hard.
Right. A gift card, even a card alone with thoughtful words on it. Even, like I said, a bouquet of flowers. Even though somebody was getting on ShopRite flowers, ShopRite sells flowers. You know what I mean? It's just a thoughtful gesture and it goes a long way to feel appreciated. But also I feel like I'm the type of person, I'm very thoughtful. It may not be a big amount of money that I'm spending, but if it's something that I know you like, I do it, whether it's a meal, whether it's this, whether it's that, because I thought about you. I wanted to brighten your day. When I do things not just to, feel like, oh, I did something for someone, because I thought about you and I care about you enough. Yeah. I want to go beyond words and show action.
But yeah, like, so I think that's where the dating has shifted, where it's not about those little items anymore.
Chivalry is dead, friend?
Yeah, I think so.
Deceased? Or is it in a coma? Or is it dead?
I don't know, because there's nothing.
But why though? Why, friend?
I'm old.
Can you stop saying that?
To agree with Joe a little bit, where women did kill that.
How?
Because
go ahead. Get your thoughts together, gather them.
See, like I said, I am very masculine. So, like, for me, it's normal just to go and open my door, go and open my car door. But, like, when someone does it for me,
it's
yes,
like, oh,
I have to, like, step back and be like, oh, okay, like, do that. But it's still something that sticks in my brain. Like, all right,
he opened the door.
There is gentlemen that still exist. But it's like women are becoming the new men, and they're becoming where they act like men.
Like, what do you mean though? You got to clarify that a little bit.
Men is like they outside acting a damn fool.
Yeah.
More than men are.
And also too, and I'm not saying all, because like I said, you don't see a halo above my head. Yeah, I didn't get to the pearly gates. But
is
I
that
feel
the
like
reason why
they
men stop pursuing women?
Also too, women are like, how could I say it? Some women, don't come at me. Some women, they try to literally find guys just to take advantage, just to use them. So these guys come over here and be guarded.
I got a son. Let a girl come and use my son for anything, you will be dead.
And I'm coming too.
Cause ain't nobody gonna use my baby.
She's driving, I'm in the passenger seat.
Ain't nobody gonna use my baby.
With my Crocs on in sport mode.
Because that's a heart of I thank you. You're welcome, ladies, because I gave you a gentleman. So there ain't a lot out there. So be careful with that boy.
Praise God.
But yeah, but where did it stop? Like, where did the pursuing stop?
I have no idea.
Where did the chasing stop? Where did
it start on their end? That's my question. Like, what?
Yeah, what made a woman think like, oh, he's not pursuing me, so I'm gonna pursue him? Like, what made you?
I fell victim to that a few times, friend. And I ain't gonna lie. Listen, we in a safe space.
I can't say I ever did.
Well, listen. To thy own self be true.
My pride is on 500.
Oh my God. But seriously, I just feel
my pride is on 500.
I like balance.
We don't talk. We ain't never gonna talk again.
It'll burn her whole soul. Burn the pepperoni off the toppings.
But
of her
you know
pizza,
what? Before I came, Hell no.
10 toes down. She stands on that with black Air Forces.
Amen.
But anyway, I just feel like it should be balanced. Like, I don't mind going out to dinner and picking up the bill. I don't mind going out and thinking like, oh, they'll like that. I don't mind it because I've
done that a million times. I got no problem doing for you, taking care of you, catering to you, paying for you, nothing.
Right.
But not to the point where I'm taking care of you. Like,
and you're not doing anything for me in return. It's like unbalanced. It's not reciprocal. And then you start feeling used. And it's like, how did I get here?
Yeah.
And that's the thing. It's like men, a lot of men, and I've heard this, want women to be submissive. To what, friend?
Yeah. So being submissive is a touchy subject because the thing is, in order for someone to feel able to be submissive,
you got to feel safe and secure. Where the other S? Safe and secure. Safe, secure, submissive.
In order for me to let this guard down that I've had that's gotten me through life at this point, you're going to have to really make me feel safe and secure. And it ain't got nothing to do with how much money you have.
Exactly. It's your personality. But you saw how I did that, friend? But did you see how I did that?
How you doing?
Alphabetical order. Safe, secure, submit. It just flows. I'm telling you, it's a gift from God.
Yeah, you're gonna I don't care how much money you have. That is not gonna make me feel safe or secure.
Especially when you have your own money.
Or submit. Like, that's not gonna make me want to submit. I don't care what you own, what you have, what you don't have.
But that's yours at the end of the day. How is that gonna benefit the other person?
That will never make me submit to you. To me, as long as I know I'm safe with you and you got me,
right?
No matter what,
right?
You got me. Not on occasion, not when you can,
not when you're in a good mood,
not when you're in a good mood, not when we're on good terms.
Exactly.
At any terms, bad terms, good terms, in a bad position, not in a good position, around, not around, money in your pocket, no money in your pocket. If I know that you got me,
I got you the same
every single time, it will make me trust you enough where I can be submissive to you. But that takes time,
right?
And that takes repeated behaviors of me seeing like, okay, yeah, I can give this much more. I can give this much more. Everybody just wants you to be submissive. Like, you ain't giving me no reason to be submissive.
But you know what my grandfather used to say all the time? And now that I'm older, I understand it. He was like, I'm not going to get into the topic of why we were talking about this, but I will never forget. He said, Tyra, why buy the cow when you getting the milk for free? I was like, ooh.
And that's that old school.
But it made a lot of sense.
It does.
Meaning that
it does.
You don't have to do much
if you're doing it.
If you don't require much.
Steve Harvey.
Whatever.
You don't require it.
Right. So I just thought about that when you said that. And he always talked.
That's that old school generation mentality.
And let me tell you something. He met my grandmother. My grandmother had 4 kids. He never had any kids. He fell in love with Bay and raised all 4 of those kids. And then we came along, which was the grandkids. He was like, I said, look, where that's at?
But that's what I'm saying.
Well, look, I want to know what Dot requires.
Is it just that generation?
I think so.
Doesn't exist anymore.
I don't think it doesn't exist.
Are we breeding these new generations to change the way that this change is coming? Is it from what they're seeing? Is it social media?
Absolutely.
Is it what's going on in the home? Like, where did this transition come?
Also, I think it's a mindset as well, because it's like, you have people sit there and say, oh, don't let them punk you. Don't be a simp. Don't be a simp. You know what I mean? I just found out what that word is, so I had to use it.
It's the fact that I told her what a simp.
Right. I was like, I was about to go on Urban Dictionary. I was like, sympathy? Like, I don't know. Look, I'll be serious. So I'm asking her, and that's the thing, oh, you a punk, just like they were getting on, prime example, Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
He's a family guy. He loves his wife. He shows openly that he loves her.
Took care
And he's raising future son.
Yeah.
A child that's not his, which is not easy because he didn't have kids. That was her first child when they got married. But look at the backlash he got for just being a gentleman and loving his wife. So it's like you lose, you damned if you do, you damned if you don't. I think all of that comes into factors. Social media, also mindset, also it's just, I feel like it's a combination of things. It's not just one thing. And also, like I said, that's not every female and that's not every male.
No. I mean, we're talking general terms.
Right.
Here. But I definitely think dating is completely different now than it was back then.
And then another example. What about a couple of months ago on social media that I think the guy took the girl to
Cheesecake Factory.
Listen, what? And then someone made a list of what restaurants not to take. Let me tell you something. Take me to Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah, that I don't understand.
And it's all of these demands is what's making it even harder.
Let me tell you something. Back in the day when I was being dated
she was being courted.
Before I got married.
She was being courted. That was the word they used back in the day.
Draw me pictures. Like
you used to hang them up. Be real. You used to hang them up.
I was obsessed with monkeys. I love monkeys. I don't know why, but I love monkeys.
Won't you see if you could get Bubbles? See if Bubbles still around.
He used to buy me every size possible stuffed animal, like monkey animals, right? I had so many. And I'm obsessed with the moon and the stars. So he used to draw me pictures of that.
Because you was his star or you was his moon? Which one, friend?
Do that now.
Were you the star or the moon? Which one?
I'm the star.
Okay, Twinkle.
Do that to someone now, and they're gonna look at you like,
oh, this corny stuff.
You're corny. You're corny. Yeah, like, you get what I mean? Like, was it just that was appreciated then because we didn't have anything else? And I was spoiled. My daddy took care of me.
You was a daddy's girlfriend.
I was spoiled. Both me and my brother had everything possible. My dad took care of us very well. He passed, and he still made sure we were taken care of.
But that didn't change you because
we had
you're still
the
a hard
best of
worker.
everything, best cars, best of everything. So coming from that, they used to tell their dad, "You're never going to be able to maintain her because she had everything. You ain't going to maintain her. Don't marry her because you will never maintain her."
What sis is trying to say is she ain't new to this. She true to this.
That's right. So. But that to me was more.
People judge you from your possessions.
Yeah, like that was to me, those drawings and stuff like that was more to me than anything.
And she could care less.
Like, even now, like.
She could care less about labels, material
if you're
things,
going to cheat on me or you're going to lie to me or you're going to be like not a good person to me, but think you're going to buy me stuff to make me feel better.
My love don't cost.
It's not going to work. Be loyal. Be good to me. Be like a good person, and you can buy me one single flower and I'll appreciate it more than a freaking $2,000 purse.
You remember the drawings, friend, with the handkerchief? You ever got the handkerchief? That was my past life, but anyway, you never got the. Okay, well, you know.
That's what that's where I'm just curious to where this transition came. Is it because you like the newer generations have everything, they don't really lack anything,
or don't require
anything? Like if somebody did that to them, would they be considered a simp? Like,
yeah, it's,
like
it's
where
different factors.
Where is it that like as much as women want to be pursued and chased, but like,
do we give them a chance?
We give them a chance?
It's
and
so
that
many
whole
different
Cheesecake
factors.
Factory thing. Like, listen, you could take me to some friggin' bodega, and I can care less if the food is good. It's good, and I'm in the food.
It's
business.
true, because let me tell you something. One night we went out for a birthday, event.
Woo!
Sis was in the heart of Newark, the only Caucasian. Sis was sitting up there tearing up them wings. She will literally go anywhere. She don't care.
I don't care.
She do not care. She will tear up the food too.
I don't care. Like as long as like
it got some flavor.
It's got some flavor. We're out and it's supposed to be a good time. Like I'm cool with that because you could take me to a 5-star. What is it? STK or all these other places. Like I never been there. My kids go to these spots more than I do.
We're gonna go too, friend. Just
so it's noted. But I don't go to these spots. But if I was and it was boring and the conversation was terrible and the food isn't that great, I would have rather just went to Cheesecake Factory.
I went to a restaurant, let me tell you, it was an upscale considered. They treated me so ugly. First of all, I went and I had my kids. When people see 3 boys, they automatically think, oh, it's a ruckus or whatever. They actually came back to the table and was like, oh, your kids were so well behaved. I guess they were watching. One, I guess because I was the only African American there. But I say all of that to say,
Can we call out the restaurant?
oh, but to be honest with you, I wish I could have went to what's the one, Texas Roadhouse. I would have had a better time there than spending money when the food portion was tiny. It had no flavor. And then people are looking at me like I didn't belong there.
Oh, and speaking of another social media video that's gone viral, a guy proposed to his girlfriend.
Oh.
The ring was small.
Yeah.
And she wouldn't accept the ring.
Because it was small.
Because it was small. Listen well, people. The first ring that I got, talk about small, was small.
But did it matter to you? No.
I didn't even think I was getting a ring because I got married in 3 months. 3 months.
He loved that thing.
I got married in 3 months and I didn't even think I was going to get a ring. And I didn't even care about a ring.
But that's not who you are, though.
I didn't care about the ring. I didn't care about how big it was. He made up for it when I turned 30. I had a rock on my hand, but that was a whole different thing. But I didn't care. Like, I just wanted to be married. Like, I just wanted to be married. I wanted a family. Like,
right.
that's all I wanted.
It was the
and if
marriage.
that would ever happen again, I don't care what the ring is. It's what's behind the ring.
Right.
Like, everyone likes a nice ring, right? I do. I love nice things. Don't get me wrong. But if you're going to treat me like crap or you're not going to be a good person
what
to me.
What does that matter at the end of the day?
For me, or don't mean shit.
That's a pacifier.
It don't mean nothing. Mm-hmm. Like, a ring to me should be like
a symbol of commitment.
No, not
unity,
it
trust.
Needs to be like something that you are giving me, but it's a form of like a commitment that you're ready to make to me. Mm-hmm. And I don't care how big the ring is. But when I saw this girl going off,
like sis was pissed
off on this guy because this ring was too small. Like,
I wouldn't even want to marry her after that.
Yeah, like, why would you want to? What if that guy?
That's all he had.
It goes on hard times. You gonna leave him? You gonna leave this guy on hard times? Like, if you love this person enough to marry him and he falls on hard times, you gonna leave him?
Sis is out.
Because I'll tell you something. There's relationships when you're up, but when you come down, you come down. You better make sure that person, when you coming down, is there with you, because
Facts.
Anybody could be up.
Facts.
But you're gonna leave that person because you're down on bad times.
Facts.
Because of money, because that ring isn't like, where do we draw the line in that? That guy, maybe that's all he had.
Right.
That's all he had to buy that ring.
Why
and
you
he
sit up there looking like you pissed?
Yeah, because that it's things like that bother me.
Word.
It's really things like that
to
bother
me, that
me.
just showed a display of, it wasn't about the commitment. It was about basically showing off and
like
shining.
My dad and my mom were broke when they first got married, and my dad had to sell his tools to buy my mom a ring.
That is so cute, because he loved Bay.
He had to sell his tools to buy, and my dad married my mom, and so they got married in 6 months. She came here from Italy. She had to go back. My dad married my mom. Loved her. The only reason they're not together is he passed away. But he sold his tools for her.
Because he loved Bay.
He did everything for her to make sure she had a good life.
Mm-hmm.
And so she could have been like, oh, well, and my mom said in Italy, there was mad, because my mother was like a very beautiful woman. There was mad men who wanted to marry her, who had money. And she's like, I didn't like them. And then I came here to America. She's like, I met your father, and there's just something about him. She's like, I loved, and they got married in 6 months. And they were together for 15 years. I think a little bit more than that before he passed away. And he literally had to sell his tools to get her a ring and pay for a wedding.
Because he loved her.
And that's like, so how did we get here where you on social media embarrassing this man because
that's
that
another
ring
thing that irks my soul.
Wasn't to your status?
Well, that's another thing. Why everything got to be posted?
Because people need attention. People need attention.
I used to say,
I'll take $100 ring and you to be loyal to me and honest and a good person and a good man to me over a $10,000 ring, and where I'm going to have to watch my back and to make sure you ain't doing the right thing.
Right. And the thing is, too, It used to say the love of money was the root of all evil. Now, attention is.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah. People are attention starved. I don't know if it's attention, it's validation. What is it that you need?
It's a little bit of combination and a competition, underlining competition, because I want you to know that I'm doing well too.
I guess.
You know what I mean? It's a combination of all the things. But I just feel like, as far as dating and everything else, I just feel like, of course, it has to do with the particular person, the mindset, the culture, the beliefs. And also, I feel because women are now making money, making moves as bosses and entrepreneurs, they feel like, what I need a man for? Who needs a man?
And I can understand that, because I've gotten into that, like, if I'm going to do this on my own, what do I need you for?
Facts. And you're not wrong for that, but I'm just saying.
But it's not that what do I need a man? Like, it's not about needing. It's what I want.
Exactly.
It's not need. But I think that should be vice versa. Like, we don't need anyone. Technically, we need ourselves, because we come into this world by ourselves. We're going to leave this world by ourselves.
True.
But you don't need anyone. You want someone.
Yeah, companionship.
Like, you want someone. You want someone to share life with. But at what cost?
Right.
Like, at what
Everything
cost
has
is
a price.
that coming to? Is it costing you to settle? Is it costing you complacency? Is it costing you to be disrespected? Is it costing you to be lied to? Is it costing
Facts.
you to be unhappy?
Right.
At what cost?
Everything comes with a price.
Like, what cost is it where that relationship is destroying you or taking a toll on you? Like, no relationship is perfect.
None. But I can say there are healthy relationships.
There are.
You know?
And I think a lot of it comes from healthy communication and comprehension
and understanding.
And it's not so much, I think, communicate. It's comprehending.
Understanding.
Because I can communicate my needs, but
that
if
doesn't
you're
mean
not
that you're
understanding them.
Exactly.
And if you're not understanding what I'm saying, or you're putting your own narrative on it, then that's where the confusion comes in.
Truth.
And vice versa.
Truth.
Like, if I'm not understanding what you're saying and I'm putting my own narrative on it, then I'm not really understanding you. So our comprehension is the problem. It's not our communication, because we're clearly communicating. But what is it?
What resolution are we getting to?
Each other.
That friend, listen, 90s R&B's Escape. What I need from you is understand. Listen, they vibing with me. But it's true. You could talk until you're blue in the face.
Yeah.
And sometimes they're not receiving it or not considering it. You're just talking. And you come to the point where I'm tired of talking. Right. And then you just go silent. That's one thing.
Silence.
When a woman stops speaking.
Deadly.
Man. Amen. When a woman stops speaking, she's saying more than when she's talking.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that one more time. If
I'm still talking, it means
it still bothers you.
I still have emotions attached to it.
But
the minute I stop talking and I just go about my business.
Checked out.
Watch out.
Checked out to lunch.
And once a woman gets to that point, like, should I even say his name? R. Kelly.
When a woman's fed up. I was thinking it in my head, friend. Listen, I don't know about you, but I still listen to R. Kelly.
So do I. I'm sorry. I know it's cancel culture.
Listen, cancel culture for who? R. Kelly ain't the first and R. Kelly ain't the last.
But when a woman's fed up, she's fed up. And she stops talking.
You can do about it.
Nothing. Once she stops talking, it's a wrap, fellas. A wrap. But yeah, I definitely think dating has come away. Let me tell you something. And it's not just the younger generation. These old people.
She said old people. Are you including?
No, I'm not including myself.
About to say so, because you just said about 20 minutes ago, I'm old.
I am. But the 70s and up, these men still trying to play these women. Trying to play these women. Like, sir, you got 1 foot in the grave. Keep it
not even that. You still got creases in your pants. Go somewhere and sit down.
Go somewhere and sit down. But yeah. Now, I'm not including myself in that generation. But yeah, I don't know where the shift came, but a part of me feels for the women but another part of me feels for the men. Like, if that was my son who proposed to a girl and she put him on blast over the ring because it wasn't suitable,
I'm looking for it. That's it. That's problem solved. I'm coming.
Like, are you kidding me?
Send a location.
He's doing what he can for you, and you're gonna embarrass him.
So okay, what if it was on the other side? Since you have
and it was my daughter complaining,
but she's not like that.
I would smack the shit out of her too.
But she's not like that.
Because like that's someone you chose to be with, and then you're gonna embarrass him for the size of ring that he can get you. Nah,
no, but she's not like that. And the thing is, I feel like the person did it for attention again, because why, if you were upset about a ring, you would call your family member or whatever, but why go so far to post it on social media?
This poor guy, she made him feel like terrible,
but she looked stupid at the end.
She does look stupid, but to go to that extent, that's a lot.
That's another attention seeker.
Yeah,
that's a tactic.
But like I don't know, and like that ring is it's a piece of jewelry. It's an item.
But some people, they feel like that's it. Some people, just like when you're married, they focus more on the wedding than the marriage.
Of course. It's a show.
That's what I'm trying to say. So the jewelry is just part of the show.
It's
part of the props.
People make like a wedding the finish line. That's not the finish line.
That's the beginning.
That's the beginning. The marriage is...
That's the marathon.
Marriages aren't easy.
Hell.
And to share your life with someone is not easy. No. So if you think that ring is... Like, if that ring is a problem, no, that whole marriage is going to be a problem.
The foundation.
Because you're going to have ups and downs, and that person might not always be up or always be winning. And, like, if you in it, like, you guys got to figure that out.
But even if they were winning, even if I was watching... Don't laugh. I was watching this Good Lifetime movie. From the outside, she had everything. She had a career. The husband was a doctor. They had a beautiful mansion, beautiful cars, whatever. But this man was so physically abusive to her that from the outside, people were like, oh my God, you have everything. Mm-hmm. Sis was miserable. She had to fake her death to get away from the guy. So it's like, even if sometimes you don't have hard times or don't... Just because it's not a financial hard time doesn't mean you're not going to go through some hard times. I think
there's definitely more things to, there's more reasons why marriage fail other than infidelity or, addiction or abuse. There's a million reasons why.
Yeah, learn behaviors and character traits.
Learn behaviors, character traits. People sometimes just
grow apart
in different directions. Because you might be growing in this direction, this person's growing in this direction, right. And you're not the same people who you were when you
first started.
And that, I think, is a lot for when people get married young.
Yes.
I think it's common for sometimes people just to grow apart. Your wants and your needs and you
evolve, you become
different, and you become a different person.
Absolutely.
And that does happen, and not everybody always grows together.
True.
So, I mean, there's different reasons why marriages fail. But if you're going into it with what can this person do for me on a financial level?
Yeah, you want to be kept.
Yeah, like that's definitely not the reason to go into it.
Absolutely.
And I don't think it's a reason to go into where is this person benefiting me?
Yeah, that it's like
kind of got
it's a commitment, so it has to be mutual. It has to be a mutual thing, a mutual commitment, mutual understanding, mutual establishment. Like everything has to be established to build a strong foundation. And it's like I said, not everybody, but you don't see that too often anymore because it's like as long as it looks good, it's a good look. Not always the case.
Yeah. And I think like divorce and breaking up, I don't know. I think it's just divorce was taboo years ago. Like not everyone was divorced. Now one of every two marriages end up in divorce.
Especially after COVID. Woo!
But like one of every two marriages end up in divorce. And is it just because people are checking out or who knows? There's a million reasons. But I think the core of relationships, either there has to be some kind of understanding. Like you guys got to be on the same page, because when you're not on the same page,
it's all over the
eventually
place.
Your differences become an issue.
Absolutely.
Like, and I think that's where no one wants to put the work in. Like, people now will put the work into their career, making money, hustling, this and that. But are they actually putting the work into, you know,
bettering themselves, which will better the relationship?
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people put focus on bettering themselves, because we all come with baggage from our childhood, from different relationships,
right? Exactly.
From life situations,
and also seeing other things and experiencing.
Like we all come with baggage, and as we get older, the baggage just keeps
the
filling.
book bag is big. I told
the
you
luggage keeps filling itself up. So unless you're ready to unpack that and like work on those things, and I'm at fault for that as well. Like, I come with baggage from other like past relationships that I now like use as a defense mechanism. I come from baggage from my childhood where I learned behaviors and I saw different things. Like, so I'm not exempt of that.
Right.
But you know, it's acknowledging it, I guess. I don't think anybody wants to take accountability or acknowledge their part in failures. Absolutely of not. Certain things. Truth. No one wants to be accountable for what they do, how they handle things, what they say, what they don't say. So I don't know. I definitely think I honestly don't like looking at the kids now. I don't envy them. Like, I don't envy them. I don't envy this generation coming up.
But it's not just this generation, though, friend, because this our generation, my generation, your generation. It's just the time, I think, the time.
I guess. But I, like, feel for the generations coming up and in relationships, because I say this all the time, because I have a son, I have a daughter. But I have a son, and I have other sons that I've adopted.
You inherited.
And I'm always like, you guys are done. Like, I'm so sorry for you guys.
She has a way with words,
because these girls today, like me and one of my other adopted children on Sunday were talking at work, and Derek is very comical.
My child?
Yeah.
I had a feeling before you were
very comical. We were talking about the girls today, and
I love him.
I'm like, you guys have no chance. Like, I'm sorry, you guys have. He's like, nah, for real. He's like, where's your parents? Why are you going out dressed like that? But it's the truth.
It's just different times,
it's
man.
Different times, and it's like, I feel for this generation coming up, but I also feel for.
You really sound like an auntie right now.
I know, but I feel for like my daughters, you know, too, because some of these men.
But that's the whole thing.
They need to be put back into the ocean.
My age, your age, I don't think it's an age group. That's what I'm saying. It's a mindset. Because I know men in their 60s that still think they are the prize. Yeah. So it's like, it's no cap on age. It is a mindset.
Yeah, that's true too.
What y'all think?
Yeah, comments.
Please don't know. She didn't say subject today.
Topic.
We working.
Send me your topics for next week's show. Shout out to Motivational Videos for giving us this topic. I don't know if we answered any of your questions. This is just our thoughts, our opinions. How off we went, if we went like
we always go off the course. What's different now?
You know what? The devil be working hard sometimes. I don't know how we did on this, but
it's our truth. It's our facts. Truth. It's our opinions.
It's our opinions. Like, men, step it up a little bit. Females, chill out a little bit. It's cool to be an independent woman. I'm here for it. I'm very independent. I have always been. I don't need a man to support me. And don't ever want to be in a position that I need a man to support me, because I don't need anybody. So not my parents, not my man, not my kids. Like, I got me. Everyone should get them. But everyone should have themselves.
She gets on my last nerve, y'all.
But like, it's okay for you to be like, it's okay to take care of someone. Like,
just
it's
one word, balance. That's it.
Yeah, like, it's
and
okay.
That's it, and that's all. And I'm hungry. You see, my friend didn't even get me no refresher.
She's still going.
Chicago Fire is on.
Jesus.
And thank you guys
Bye,
for tuning
guys.
in. See you soon.
See you next week.